So what's new in Minneapolis for summer 2026? We're going to talk about events, restaurants, and things to do. So most people think Minneapolis is just a winter city. Trust me, summer is when this place really shows off. So today I'm walking you through everything new in Minneapolis for summer, new restaurants, major retail brands, huge concerts, and major summer events. Later in this video, I'll show you something most buyers don't realize yet. Right now, the housing market is giving buyers a window we honestly haven't seen in over 5 years. We'll break that down in a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. Let's start with the food scene. New restaurants. Let me say this right away. Minneapolis has quietly become one of the best food cities in the entire country. Most people outside Minnesota still have no idea, and that's super unfortunate. Several restaurant openings that started this spring will be fully rolling by summer. Some of these places have been years in the making. First up, Dahlia in Northeast Minneapolis. If you follow the Twin Cities food scene even a little, you know people have been waiting for this one patiently. It's a destination bakery, amazing pastries, croissants, savory food, and really good coffee. At night, Minnesota Nice Cream shares the space. The city waited a long time for this spot. So far, they have delivered. Next up, Maison Rose. This project comes from the same team behind Patisserie 46 and Rose Street Patisserie. They're opening a huge cafe, retail space, production kitchen, French pastries, cakes, fresh bread, coffee, and savory bites. There's even a bread lab apprenticeship program inside the building. So places like this put Minneapolis on the national food map. It is the kind of spot that people often plan an entire day around. Now, here's one that means a lot to me personally, and this is what makes the Minneapolis food scene special. There is a famous chef named Sean Sherman located here. He is the chef behind a famous restaurant named Owanami. His team at Na Steve's is opening a new concept. The new location is the old Seward Co-op Creamery building on Franklin Avenue. The restaurant is called Shota Indigenous Barbecue by Owanami. They offer a more casual and affordable counter service dining style. They feature bison brisket, smoked game, wild rice, and braised greens. This is unique because you can grab indigenous food on a regular occasion, not just a special one. This is the kind of chef and the kind of city that makes people proud to live around here. So next, let's go to the North Loop. And oh no, which to me is oh yes yummy, Hawaiian Plates is actually expanding. After success inside United Noodles, they're opening a second location, so double the pleasure, double the fun. The second location is the old Guake A Bistro space. Expect things like Kelby ribs, whole fried snapper, and Filipino empanadas, plus a full Mai Tai Tiki bar. The North Loop already brings some serious energy. This concept adds another fun layer to it without a doubt. So neighborhoods like this are where buyers are spotting real opportunities right now. If fine dining is more of your thing, something interesting is happening right in St. Paul. So let's head over to St. Paul. Right on Cathedral Hill, we have Oberzine, which opened earlier this year inside the former Revival space. Classic Lyonnaise cooking after years of pop-ups. So food lovers in the Twin Cities have been watching this one extremely closely, and you should too. So downtown Minneapolis has another major addition. LaSalle Plaza, the old rock bottom brewery space, is becoming a 30,000 square foot food hall. Let me say that again, 30,000 square feet of yumminess, right? So we got 16 restaurant stalls, 2 bars, a self-pour beer wall, and a kids play area, which hopefully is a little bit away from the beer wall, but never know. So pickleball courts in case you want to have your drink on and do some exercise, shuffleboard. You got 16 concepts under one roof. Cities our size don't usually get something like that. And one more before we move on. Stock and Bond Steakhouse. It is located inside the Westin in Minneapolis. So this building used to be the historic Farmers and Mechanics Savings Bank. With those 30-foot tall ceilings, 33-foot tall ceilings, we have Art Deco designs and gilded chandeliers. More than 300 bourbons and whiskeys are sitting right behind the bar. So even stepping inside is worth it. When a city lands this many new high-level restaurants at once, something bigger is happening. Retail, hotels, investment, all moving at the same time. So a quick note, if you're watching and seriously thinking about moving to Minneapolis, please reach out. Our team works with buyers and sellers here every single day. We'll give you a clear picture of what's actually happening in the market. Our contact information is in the description down below. Next up, retail and new stores. So retail and shops. Here's something people don't often talk enough about. Big fashion brands don't open their first stores in a state unless that place has earned it. The fact that not one, not two, but 3 major international names are coming to the Twin Cities this year says a lot. We are moving on up, world, watch out. The first brand is Mango, and not like the character on Saturday Night Live. They're opening 2 Minnesota locations this year. One of them is right at the Mall of America. If you don't know Mango, it's a super popular Spanish brand. Clothes that feel fresh and on trend. And they're known for trying to make things a little bit more earth-friendly, which we all could use a little bit more of, in my opinion. The second brand coming to the Twin Cities is Skims. Kim Kardashian shapewear and comfy lounge brand. Also opening its first Minnesota location at the Mall of America this year. This is the first one in the whole state. The third brand is Alo Yoga. They're opening a 6,000 square foot store in the Mall of America. This is their second Twin Cities location. They also have one at the Galleria in Edina. Alo Yoga has 50 plus stores across the country, and we got 2 right here. So honestly, it just makes sense here. This city lives outside in the summer. People bike the grand rounds, paddle on Bidet Makasaka, hike Minnehaha Falls. Alo fits right into that vibe for sure. So now there's one I really love because it's not the mall. Inkwell Booksellers Company is opening in Minneapolis on the ground floor of Hinson Apartments. More than 9,000 books across a bunch of genres, plus locally made candles, apparel, and bookmarks. So there's a cafe too. It features Wesley Andrews coffee and pastries from Rose Street Patisserie. This is the kind of bookstore that makes a neighborhood feel like a home. And there's one more thing coming to the Mall of America, believe it or not. K-Pop Nara, a whole space just for all of you K-Poppers out there. Merch, everybody loves their merch, albums, light sticks, and collectibles. That's the kind of range you're seeing in the Twin Cities retail scene right now. This has never been a cookie cutter market here, and it never will be. So we're seeing what we deserve and what the people of Minnesota deserve, and I applaud the brands that are bringing all of this to us. Now let's talk about hotels. These hotels are not necessarily new in build, but they feature new additions that are worth checking out. So this matters because if you're visiting for the first time or bringing family out to look around, you have some really great options to put your head down at night. The Four Seasons Hotel Minneapolis is just blocks from the Mississippi River. It includes a luxury spa, 4th floor outdoor pool with private cabanas, and a restaurant by a local award-winning chef, Gavin Kaysen. It has huge floor-to-ceiling windows with skyline views. Next, the Sheraton Minneapolis downtown just finished a $40 million renovation. 321 redesigned hotel rooms and 19 updated event spaces, and even a new dining spot called Esther's Table. It also has an indoor pool. The Sheraton is located right by the Minneapolis Convention Center in the middle of downtown. So these two hotels, plus all of the retail momentum, are telling you something real. And getting to Minnesota from anywhere has never been easier. MSP was just named the top-ranked mega airport in the entire country for the third time in 4 years. These are just a few of your options when it comes to hotels. So the restaurants, the brands, the hotels, all this sets up what's coming next. The concerts and events calendar this summer is honestly something that's pretty lit and might be the biggest that we've ever had here. So let's talk about some live music to get your groove on. This summer, Minneapolis is hosting more major concerts than most cities get in an entire year. So this is a quick rundown. US Bank features WWE's SummerSlam on August 1st. This is the first stadium event WWE has ever done in Minneapolis. Bruno Mars performs here on May 13. Ed Sheeran is on August 15th. Last time he played here, more than 72,000 fans showed up. Target Field, where the Twins play, also has a packed lineup. Noah Khan on August 5th. Tim McGraw on August 23rd. Maybe Faith will join him. My Chemical Romance is the next night with 3 major concerts all within 1 month. Now at the Target Center, we have Tame Impala on August 28th. So at the Minnesota State Fair grandstands this year, we have Bonnie Raitt, Weird Al Yankovic, and Rod Stewart. 12 nights of music in one of the most iconic outdoor venues in all of America. So music fans also know First Ave. Prince filmed Purple Rain here. Shows happen almost every night, all summer. Add Rock the Garden Twin Cities Jazz Festival, Surly, Festival Field, the Armory. Minnesota punches way above its weight in live music. The biggest part of summer here, though, happens outside. Summer events and outdoor life. People always picture Minneapolis and think of winter. This city was made for summer. I mean, come on. We're the city of lakes and we're the state of 10,000 lakes. So let's stop just thinking about us as a winter destination. We have more freshwater lakes than any state in the country. So being outside all the time in the summer is a big reason people move here. And once they're here, they really never want to leave. Let's start with something big. So the Prince Celebration 2026, running June 3rd through June 7th, April 2026 marks 10 years since Prince Rogers Nelson passed away. The Prince Estate is hosting a 5-day celebration in his honor. Events happen across Paisley Park in Chanhassen, downtown Minneapolis, and St. Paul. Expect performances, panels, vault music, fans flying in from basically all over the world. This is one of the biggest cultural events of the year happening right here in our backyard. So next up, the Special Olympics USA Games, June 20th through the 26th. Across the Twin Cities, events happen at the University of Minnesota and the National Sports Center in Blaine. More than 3,000 athletes from all 50 states, around 10,000 volunteers, and 75,000 fans. It's one of the biggest sports events in the country this year. That same weekend, the Stone Arch Bridge Festival on June 20th and 21st, more than 200 artists, musicians, food vendors, all set up along the bridge and the Mississippi River. It's free, it gets packed, and it brings that downtown energy that feels like summer. Then comes Twin Cities Pride, late June in Loring Park, one of the biggest free pride celebrations in the entire country. After that, the Basilica Block Party. In early July, Boom Island Park, 2 days of major national headliners. One of the summer weekends people circle every single year. Then there's the Aquatennial Minneapolis Official Summer Festival, which usually happens in mid-July. The Torchlight Parade downtown on the Nicollet Mall, Target fireworks over the Mississippi River, water ski shows, outdoor movies, and beach parties. It's basically a full week where the entire city is outside celebrating. Then the big one, the Minnesota State Fair, opening August 27th, running 12 days, nearly 2 million visitors. Yes, everything is on a stick, and it is a very real thing. Families plan their entire late summer around the Minnesota State Fair. It's not just an event, it's part of life here, and it truly is, and it's a ton of fun. But here's what ties all of this together. You can leave almost any of these events and reach a lake in minutes. Minneapolis has 22 lakes inside the city limits. The chain of lakes, Bidet, Makasaka, Lake of the Isles, Lake Harriet, Cedar Lake, all connected. Bidet, Makasaka alone has 3 beaches, paddleboard rentals, kayaks, volleyball courts, and even an archery range. Lake Harriet has free bandshell concerts all summer long, plus sailing lessons through the Twin Cities Sailing Club. Biking here is the real deal. Minneapolis has over 200 miles of trails. The Midtown Greenway runs 5.5 miles through the city, completely car-free. Minneapolis ranks in the top 2 cities in the country for bikeability. If you've ever ridden the Grand Rounds on a perfect July morning, you understand why people move here and they stay. They just don't leave. Then there's the Mill City Farmers Market. It happens every Saturday, May through October, right at the Mill Ruins Park, right along the Mississippi River banks, right next to the Stone Arch Bridge. Peak weekends draw around 10,000 visitors with more than 115 rotating vendors with local produce, food makers, and artisans. It's free, easy to walk to, and it feels like the whole community shows up. Summer in Minneapolis isn't something people just get through. It's the season people build their entire lives around. Right now, the housing market is giving people a rare chance to actually put down roots here. Let's talk about that. The real estate market in the Twin Cities. Here's something people don't say enough. The best time to move to a city that's about to take off is before everyone else catches on. That's where Minneapolis sits right now. Agents across the Twin Cities are calling this the Great Housing Reset. For years, the market was complete chaos. Buyers skipped inspections, offers went over asking price, sometimes within hours, but that pace has cooled. The shift creates a real opportunity for you buyers. Inventory is up. The metro currently sits around 2.5 to 3 months supply, the highest level in years. Homes average about 40 days on the market currently, and buyers finally have time again and a little time to breathe. Time to inspect, time to think, time to maybe even do some negotiating. The median price in Minneapolis is in the low to mid 300s currently. Across the metro, it's in the upper 300s. We currently have appreciation growth in the low single digits, which is a really healthy spot to be in. Mortgage rates are sitting around 6%, which is the lowest level since really 2022. When rates drop, buyers jump back in the market and competition eventually is going to return. Right now, sellers in Minneapolis expect to get about 96% to 97% of their list price. So prepared buyers can still find opportunities. Minnesota's economy is also very strong. 17 Fortune 500 companies are headquartered in the metro. Target, US Bancorp, United Health, these fundamentals are not going anywhere. So Minneapolis summer 2026 is not hype, it's proof. Restaurants, events, retail, outdoor life, a housing market finally giving buyers a little bit of breathing room. So people who move here during windows like this often look back 5 years later and realize they got in at exactly the right time. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in the Twin Cities and want a clear picture of the market right now, send us an email at team@hhgus.com. We'll build a plan around your goals and most importantly, your budget and needs. And don't miss our monthly webinar for home buyers to answer all of your questions about moving to the Twin Cities. The link is down below in the description. If you want to know which Twin Cities suburbs are set to grow the fastest, watch the video linked right here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video and at the next house.